Hi, I'm Glen Huey, Senior Editor with Popular Woodworking Magazine. You caught me in the shop working on my workbench top. Now when I decided to build the workbench, the one thing that had me a little concerned were the holes that I needed for my bench dogs. I'm going to use the round bench dog, so it requires a 3/4 inch hole. And I always have heard people talk about burning out drills with the number of holes they had to drill, or using the auger bit and having their arms tired at the end of the day. Well, I wasn't looking for any of that. I was looking for a way to do it easier. Now, I didn't want to have to worry about trying to level on both axes to make sure that my holes were straight. So I got to thinking about the idea of how I used to put in adjustable shelf pins. I would use a bushing on the outside with a 1/4 inch spiral upcut bit, set it into the hole, plunge down, move to the next hole. And I thought there's got to be a way for me to use that same application here at my bench. So I got to thinking about it and came up with this. What I have here is a piece of plywood that I've cut a circle out of that matches the base plate on my router. What happens with that is when it gets locked in, my base plate exactly fits in there and my router doesn't move from left to right or out in front of me or back towards me. It locks it right in position. Along with that, I've got a 3/4 inch spiral upcut router bit. Now the only thing I have to do is line up my cut with each one, or my plunge hole with each one. Now I've been laid out lines on my bench, and I've got a center mark right here on my template that allows me to line up with that line. Now the only other thing I have to do is hold it flush with this edge. That puts my second indexed row of holes in. Now you can see I've already got some of the holes routed. On my first set, I simply would turn the jig the opposite direction facing me, again line it up on this front edge and plunge that hole down. That's the entire operation. So let me go ahead and run the next one. I think you'll see that this is a great way of plunging these holes. Now I'm getting a 3/4 inch deep hole, a 3/4 inch hole that is 2 1/8 inches deep, which is exactly what I need to work with my bench dogs. A couple quick clamps hold this in place, and I'm ready to do the next operation. So you can see once I get that in there, I can't move my router side to side or front to back. I'm ready to go ahead and plunge, so I'm just going to turn it on and plunge straight down. And it's on to the next hole. Now you have to admit, that's an easy setup, a great way to cut the holes. I'm not going to burn out any drills, and my arm sure isn't going to be tired when I get done. So take a look at the operation if you decide to build the bench and see if it's not the perfect way to drill those holes. If you need to complete the hole deeper than the 2 1/8 inches allowed with the plunge router, it's very simple to use a standard 3/4 inch drill bit and finish the hole using the existing hole as a pilot. For more information, check us out at popularwoodworking.com.